Hello everyone, this is Zooc and today I'm bringing you a new drawing video. This one is going to be for a full concept that I did for this guy that wanted the character based off of the Marvel Universe. Basically the whole backstory to this is that this person is creating a game, an RPG with characters based off the Marvel Universe, inspired by the Marvel Universe, but not quite existent in the actual, comic universe itself. They do mix with the characters that do exist already. Basically, the guy creates his alternate stories of what happened, the causes, and different superpowers. I actually worked on a drawing for him previously called Rengar Chala, which got lost in the mail because the Romanian post office is run by fucking morons. That's happened quite a couple of times before I changed the shipping method to something a bit more expensive. So nowadays, people do get their stuff, but before I had a few issues with a couple of my drawings not reaching their destination and just getting lost along the way. I never got them back. And it was a shame because it was actually some really good ones. Like the best ones got lost. If you can imagine, that's pretty annoying. You know, working for nothing. The guy paid me for nothing. It's quite frustrating. Anyway, this character is called Wilhelm Karesak with the code name Cypher9. I'm not going to go into the whole backstory because it's quite lengthy and complex, but basically what it entails is this guy gets infected with sort of an alien virus that also transforms into a suit, so you can already tell that the story is inspired by the Venom and also Carnage, but the suit is not like biological sort of monster suit. It's more of a high-tech electronic suit that molds with the body, but it can also disappear and appear at will, that sort of thing. So it's supposed to be made of metal, but it's very organic, malleable metal, very pliable. So I did go for a non-metallic look on this guy. It actually looks a bit more bony than anything, but I figured that, metal isn't really a very organic thing. So to make it organic, we have to make it look like something organic. And in this case, bone seemed like the right choice, even though it can be any generic material. Really, I didn't emphasize the bone patterns and structure in it or anything. It's just a very complex mix-up of intertwining elements that create his armor, and the suit gives him some phenomenal superpowers. I'm not sure what kind of RPG this guy is working on, because basically this suit makes the guy able to travel 7,000 miles a second, manipulate space and time, have infinite vision, and smell across continents. It's some ridiculous superpowers that nothing really beats at this point. I've seen mutant superheroes with the power of, oh, I can fly. Okay, that's fantastic. I can manipulate space and time. It's a bit more advantageous, so to say. But I'm sure he will sort that out at the end. It's really not my business how the guy runs his operation. My job is to envision the character. So it's supposed to have a bodysuit of armor, a very bulky glove or a gauntlet on his right hand, and a sword on his left hand. But I chose that pose because I think it was a bit more, it showed a bit more of the gauntlet and the sword at the same time. I did make a change of style in this for this project. I actually went for a comic book style. I like to mix things up once in a while. I don't like to keep with the same style over and over, just to keep things fresh, So basically the comic book style means that you have to pay a lot of attention to the line weights. Of course, I'm not pretending that I'm the best at this shit. I'm really not. I've seen some people do some amazing stuff with this style of shading, and it's not really solid shading. It's more, the areas that are in complete shadow are solid, of course, but then the gradient is actually not a smooth transition, but more done through cross-hatching. Or not, actually, it's not even cross-hatching. It's more just horizontal lines, or lines molding to the shape of the object. If you want to show a sphere, you draw a circle and then you draw lines across the circle that follow the contour of the sphere. So it's a good way of showing volume in certain objects that you otherwise couldn't do through this style of shading, because it's not smooth and like I usually do it. I usually like to make very smooth transitions to show volume, but in this case I think it's a bit more fun because with my regular style of shading, I already don't pay attention anymore. Like, I just don't even look at the drawing sometimes. My hand just goes and I can just drift off and think about other stuff. But with this sort of style, it's a bit more intensive. You got to pay attention to, every little line has to be drawn. You can't just look at the monitor or watch series and do this sort of shit. Maybe later when I have more practice with this, but for now I've only done like 2 or 3 in this particular style, so it's not I haven't perfected it yet, but in time. Anyway, it's a fun thing to try for people that do like to draw. I think it basically forces you to pay a lot of attention to line weight, as I said, and stuff that's facing away from the light is supposed to be thicker. The outside is supposed to be thicker, but in a certain way, not just thicken every single line uniformly. I see people do that a lot, and it's not good. No, stuff has to be very carefully calculated to make it look good. But yeah, comic book artists and pencilers are actually pretty damn skilled, and I'm really jelly of some of their skills. Anyway, that's gonna be it. This is gonna be Wilhelm Karesak, Cypher 9, guy with bionic metal alien suit with superpowers, crazy guns and gauntlets and swords and stuff. We all like that shit. No skulls, unfortunately. I wish it had skulls, but I guess skulls would be kind of out of place on a super modern futuristic suit. So rate that shit if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for my next videos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.